Hi, it's Kshamica MD. I get asked this question often, but today I was asked it again, so I thought I'd make a video on it. Is fasting 1 day a week good for our health? Now, in order to answer this question, it's good to know what happens in your body when you actually fast for one entire day, having nothing but water. So, after your cells use up the sugar that's left over in your bloodstream after your last meal, your last drink, or your last beverage, it needs to search all over your body to find another source of sugar or energy. The first place it turns is your liver and your skeletal muscles. Your skeletal muscles and your liver both store more sugar. It's called glucose, and it's in the form of something called glycogen. But all you have to know for now is that there's more storage of energy in your skeletal muscle and your liver. So that's where your body goes to first to get more energy. So during a water-only fast, it takes about 24 hours for these storage reserves, so from your liver and your skeletal muscle, it takes about 24 hours for these reserves to be depleted. After that, your cells burn fatty acids that are found in your fat reserves, fatty acids that are in between organs. Basically, fat reserves are affected, but only after the 24 hours after your liver and skeletal muscle is depleted. So you see it takes more than 24 hours to reach the actual fat reserves. Now, there's two groups of cells, your brain cells and your red blood cells, that cannot use the glucose from breaking down fatty acids. The fatty acids do not help for your brain and your red blood cells. So where do they get their energy from? They get it from your actual muscle now. Your muscle tissues get broken down into amino acids, which later converts into glucose to feed and nourish and give energy to your brain and your red blood cells, which, as we all know, you need both of these components to live. So naturally, you don't really want your muscle tissue to get broken down in order to give you energy. So this doesn't sound so good. And then after 2 to 3 days, if I'm just doing this as an example so you know exactly what happens, 2 to 3 days, your body starts producing ketones. Now, ketones actually come from the liver, from the breakdown of fat reserves. So now we're on day 3, and the brain's getting the energy from the ketones, the fat reserves, and the red blood cells are getting it from the muscle. Now, there are certain diets out there that get you into a ketogenic state. You might have heard it. Get your body producing ketones, so it breaks down fat reserves. However, and I'll save this for another video, there's a lot of issues with having high amounts of ketones circulating in your body, and I'll either list them below or I'll make another video. But this is not the most favorable condition that you want happening in your body. So basically, the big picture is it really takes about 2 to 3 days of a water fasting, prolonged water fasting, to actually get to fat reserve breakdown. Now, the bulk of toxins are stored and lodged all over our bodies, but quite a great percentage of them is stored in the fat reserves. But no, it takes at least 2 to 3 days for us to reach those fat reserves through a water fast. Now, it's true you do burn fat and you can rid toxins, but it's a prolonged water fast, not a 1-day water fast. So your body begins to use up fat reserves and eliminate toxins and fat reserves at a high pace only after your glycogen reserves are depleted from your liver and from your skeletal muscle. So when you fast for 1 day, you deplete your stored sugar in your liver and your muscles, and you actually start to break down tissue of your muscles. And if you've been working out, that's something that you've been trying to build, and now you're actually destroying the tissue to give you energy. This is what happens 1 day of a water fast. You really need to do it more than one day to gain some other results. Remember, we are always detoxing our body. The more rest you get, the less food you eat in general, you have a greater chance of detoxification. Rest and giving your digestive system a rest. But it doesn't mean that you have to only consume water for 24 hours to get the benefits of a detox. Rather than to fast one day a week, I would recommend a juice fast one day a week or even one day a month. Now, the reason for this is the juices will give you all the nutrients you need, yet it's already juiced in a format that gives your digestive system rest. So you're accomplishing the rest part, but you're still getting the nutrients, so you don't deplete your stores of glucose in your liver, in your muscles, because we don't want to break down the tissue in your muscles. So that's a way you can do it. You can either do a juice fast, or maybe you can eat just vegetables and fruits for one day a week or one day a month, and you'll get the same detoxification effect that you may be looking for. But I would like to be clear that a one-day juice fast is not necessarily a way to completely detox your body. Again, it's to give your digestive system a rest. If you really want to detox your body and do a cleanse, I would recommend doing your research and finding a very good all-natural cleanse, and it has to be for more than 7 days necessary to get true detoxification and true cleansing. But if you really want to give your body a rest, the one day a week or one day a month behavior is better than nothing. So all in all, I would say for long-term health, I would not recommend the one-day fast per week. If anything, one day a week, eat raw foods, eat salads, fruits, fruit juices, and just give your body and your organs a rest. That will be giving your kidneys, your liver, even your skin and your lungs just a different type of rest. And that's something I would recommend if you don't want to go the other way of doing a long cleanse. So I hope you gain some knowledge if you're considering fasting one day a week, or if you know somebody who does fast one day a week on water, maybe you can share this video. I hope I answered your questions. This is Kshamica MD from KshamicaMD.com. We do have a long cleanse, as most of you know. It's a 20-day cleanse. It's a full body cleanse. It focuses on every eliminative organ of our bodies, our lungs, kidneys, spleen, the blood and lymphatic system, pretty much every organ you can think of. If you are interested, there's many good natural cleanses out there. If there's one that you're considering as well, just send me an email to bykmd@gmail.com, and I would love to take a look at the cleanse and let you know my own opinions on it, because there are plenty of great cleanses out there, and there's also plenty of terrible cleanses out there that have you having just one food item the entire day, or very calorie restrictive, or ones that just deprive you of nutrients to get a quick result that is often not lasting. So please, if you are considering taking a cleanse, doing a cleanse, send me an email and let me take a look at it for you. This is Kshamica MD from KshamicaMD.com.